Your first one was good. Yeah. I didn't feel like it needed. Oh. I just heard that we're live. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? Just getting ready to go live for Trending Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Alana. Who else is watching? Anyone? I've got my coffee to avoid the afternoon slump. I love these mugs. They say daily cup of encouragement on them. And I just love that phrase. It's so fitting. Couple more minutes till we go live for Trending Tuesday. Thank you for joining. How's your Tuesday going? Are you feeling revitalized after the long weekend? Or are you feeling like, oh, I was just getting into it and now it's over? I feel a little bit of both. I always love long weekends, but I also do get antsy. Like, I find myself like, okay, now that I've had 2 full days off, I don't know what to do with myself. Hello, hello, hello. I've got Instagram up here now too. Thanks for joining. Got some variety of stories for Trending Tuesday today. It is windy. It's either the angle that the wind is hitting or it's just really windy, but it's loud. How's it going? Leave a comment. How are you doing on this beautiful Tuesday? How are you feeling about the snow that's coming? I'm just pretending it's not happening. I'll cross that bridge when we get there. Ugh.
Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Peaches, 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 peaches. All I know is you could have had the world.
Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
The Ottawa Senators, children are eased out of the womb in ice skates in Canada.
Well, I have not yet put my summer tires on, which is a good thing. Trending Tuesday, April 2nd. Sponsored by Ottawa Moving Logistics. Rachel, have you?
No.
You're still in snow tires?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows what we'll get, but that is a trending story, I guess, maybe.
I mean, yeah. I should have added it in here, but...
We're doing it now.
Yeah.
All right, go continue.
I just said on the live stream, though, before, I was like, I'm not buying into any kind of storm until I see it happen. Like, I'll just cross that bridge when I get there. I'm not, I mean, maybe that's bad advice. Prepare yourself for it.
Yeah.
But also, like, you never know.
It's not always right we're just the messengers when we give the weather forecast. We're just reading
And
from
it's
a
wrong
screen.
half the time, so just ignore us,
Don't
please.
blame us, please. Okay, what's trending, Rachel?
Yeah, well, I figured since the clip ended with the Ottawa Senators nod, I'm going to start with some Senators news. So they are preparing to be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs this year for a 7th straight season. And former Ottawa Senator Bobby Ryan had some words to say about that, and particularly the coaching, on his podcast called Coming In Hot. He said that former Sens coach DJ Smith, who was dismissed in December, that his camps were a little country clubbish. And he said whoever comes in has to set the tone from day one at camp and just bury these guys and say, we're going. And he kind of gave the first 10 games of the Senator season, which weren't very good, as the reason for why they're missing the playoffs this year.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, he said you have to absolutely skate these guys into the ground during training camp and put the systems in place and just set the tone in some way, shape, or form.
Hard worker.
Yeah.
There's a drill sergeant there.
Yeah, and that, and coming in with a strong opinion on what the right approach is when starting the team off for a good season.
I don't actually disagree with the
Me
whole
neither.
value of starting strong and starting hard. And then you earn that respect too, and then you can kind of, build relationship as you go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Theater is different too, because with theater, often they'll say like, oh, a bad dress rehearsal means a great opening night. So it's like you can't practice bad and expect to do well and strong on like show nights kind of thing too.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I was also relating that to dance as well. And it's like, I get so, I put so much effort into the beginning of the dance season because, again,
you're setting the pace.
It sets the tone for the year.
Yeah.
And so I agree with his advice. But I feel a little bit bad that he was kind of throwing DJ Smith under the bus.
I mean, people do have a platform and they're going to use it loudly.
For sure. Today is the 17th annual World Autism Awareness Day and also the beginning of World Autism Month. It's a day to recognize and celebrate the important contributions of autistic people in every country and community.
Yeah, I like that. We have a lot of people in our listening family that are very open about their, situations, and whether it's them or someone in their family. And I love that it's not really, the stigma isn't there anymore, I feel like.
I fully agree.
Yeah, which is really nice because I think for a lot of people felt very confused or lost or just not sure what direction to take because it wasn't talked about or there wasn't a label on it. And I'm not a person that's big on labels, but I do think it offers a lot of clarity to people when there's some kind of a diagnosis or some kind of
That's
understanding.
exactly it.
Yeah.
It makes people who feel like they were an alien all their life. That's the words they use a lot of time. I feel like an alien. I feel like I don't belong here. And then when they get that diagnosis, they just have that clarity that it's oh, I'm not crazy. I just have, my brain works in a different way.
That's right.
I see things a different way, which I think is, really helpful for people's mental health and so, and just our society's acceptance of differences.
Absolutely.
So I was today years old when I learned that Easter Tuesday was a thing.
Okay.
It's trending on Twitter. People are sharing the ways that they're observing the day. So I did a little research, and it's also known as Bright Tuesday or Renewal Tuesday, which marks the second day of the octave of Easter, which is the 8-day period of celebration that begins with Easter Sunday and ends with the following Sunday, known as Divine Mercy Sunday in the Roman Catholic Church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little education there for us.
Yeah, so
It's still Easter.
it's still Easter. Today's your day to go home and celebrate some more.
That's good.
NCAA women's basketball player Paige Buchers carried UConn to the national semifinals, scoring 28 points in the Huskies' 80-73 victory over South Carolina on Monday night. But what made it really amazing was what she said in her post-game interview. Take a listen.
I give all glory to God. He works in mysterious ways. Last year I was praying to be back at this stage, and he sent me trials and tribulations. But it was to build my character. But I just kept on believing. I did all I could, so God can do all I can't. You can overcome anything with God on your side, with hard work on your side, and with the belief and the faith, and just the perseverance, the resilience.
Ooh, some good quotes in that one.
I know. Yeah, like so bold in her faith.
Yeah.
Just giving God all the glory. So, yeah. I mean, we were talking off camera earlier
yeah.
about how powerful it is when an athlete really gives their abilities, gives their success over to God.
Yeah.
And I think that's really
There's
amazing.
only so much our bodies are capable of doing. And we have to, if we're as a believer, as a follower of Christ especially, we have to recognize what God is doing by not only giving us these bodies, but also taking what we have and what we can offer and hitting his strength,
Exactly.
maximizing it. And so many of these athletes, this is why I love those faith days we get to do with our pro players in Ottawa, is that they just get to share how they've been able to surrender to God's plan and God's will and just say, hey, God, use me. And if we win, we win. And I'm going to give you glory. And if we don't win, I'm still going to give you glory.
And it also, like by players coming out and talking about their faith in God, it reminds us of their purpose for their sport. Like, yeah, it's entertainment for us, and a lot of people use sports as an escape, but it can also point people to a greater purpose, which is living their life for Jesus. So,
yeah, sports as a ministry.
yeah. Anyways, that's all I got for today.
All right, that's what's trending. Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks.
Upgrading, downsizing, or relocating your home?
How's everyone doing? What is everyone saying? Lindsay said, thank you for acknowledging autism this month. It's definitely true that the stigma isn't as strong, though there's still lots of room for growth and acceptance. Definitely. Yeah. I think a area that we've come a long way in is understanding that it looks different for everyone. Jocelyn said, those who change their tires early asks for horrible weather, a proverb invented by Jocelyn.
That's funny.
Alrighty, well, thanks for tuning in.
Oops, bonk, bonk, bonk.
Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy Easter Tuesday.
Happy Easter still.
And we'll be back next Tuesday.